Once upon a time, in the heart of Dhaka, stood the majestic Lalbagh Fort, a symbol of history, beauty, and mystery. The fort was not just a monument, it was a gateway to the past, filled with legends that had intrigued travelers for centuries. Among the many tales, one stood out: the mysterious tunnel hidden beneath the fort, a secret passage to unknown destinations. It was said that the tunnel led to far-off lands, connecting the fort to other historic places beyond the city's borders. No one knew for sure where it went, but the idea of a hidden tunnel captivated the minds of adventurers and tourists alike. Visitors from all over the world would come to Lalbagh Fort, hoping to catch a glimpse of this legendary tunnel. The fort, with its beautiful Mughal architecture, was a sight to behold, and the tunnel added an air of excitement to every visit. Many tried to find the tunnel's entrance, but it was elusive, as if the fort itself was guarding its secrets. Some believed that only the bravest and most determined could find the tunnel and uncover its mysteries. One day, a young traveler named Arif, full of curiosity and courage, decided to explore the fort in search of the tunnel. Arif had heard the stories growing up, and now he stood before the fort, ready to embark on his adventure. The sun was shining brightly as he walked through the grand gates of the fort, his heart filled with excitement. He wandered through the gardens, admiring the intricate designs and imagining the history that unfolded there. As he explored the ancient halls and courtyards, Arif's thoughts kept returning to the tunnel. Where could it be, he wondered, scanning every corner, every stone, for a clue. The fort's rich history was palpable, but the tunnel was the prize he sought, the key to unlocking a new chapter in the fort's story. He came across a guide, an elderly man who had been giving tours of the fort for decades. "Do you know anything about the tunnel?" Arif asked, his eyes full of hope. The guide smiled, his eyes twinkling with the wisdom of someone who had heard many stories. "The tunnel is real," the guide said, "but it's not easy to find. You must be patient and persistent." Arif nodded, feeling a renewed sense of determination. He continued his search, exploring every nook and cranny of the fort with fresh eyes. Hours passed, but Arif didn't give up. He knew that the journey was part of the adventure. As the day began to fade, Arif found himself near the fort's mosque, a serene and quiet corner of the complex. There he noticed something unusual: a small, almost hidden doorway partially covered by vines. His heart raced as he approached the door, wondering if he had finally found what he was looking for. Carefully, he pushed the door open, revealing a narrow staircase that descended into darkness. "This must be it," he whispered to himself, excitement and nervousness swirling inside him. With a deep breath, Arif stepped onto the stairs, his footsteps echoing as he descended into the unknown. The air grew cooler, and the walls closed in as the tunnel curved deeper into the earth. He could barely see, but the thrill of discovery kept him moving forward. After what felt like hours, the tunnel opened up into a large, underground chamber. The walls were adorned with ancient carvings, telling stories of battles, kings, and the fort's glorious past. Arif marveled at the sight, realizing that he had uncovered a piece of history hidden for centuries. But his journey wasn't over yet. The chamber had another passage leading further into the darkness. Without hesitation, Arif followed it, driven by the desire to know where the tunnel would take him. The passage twisted and turned, and soon he lost all sense of direction, relying only on his instincts. After what seemed like an eternity, Arif emerged into the light. He had found an exit. To his amazement, he was no longer in Lalbagh Fort, but outside the city, in a vast open field. The tunnel had transported him far beyond the walls of the fort, just as the legends had said. He stood in awe, Looking back at the entrance he had come through, realizing the significance of his discovery, Arif knew that he had found something incredible, something that would change how people saw the fort. But more than that, he had learned a valuable lesson about persistence, courage, and the power of curiosity. The tunnel was more than just a passage, it was a symbol of the unknown, waiting to be explored by those brave enough to try. Arif's journey through the tunnel became the stuff of legend, inspiring others to visit Lalbagh Fort in search of their own adventures. Tourists flocked to the fort, eager to walk in Arif's footsteps and discover the hidden wonders beneath the ground. The fort, once a quiet historical monument, now buzzed with excitement as more people learned of its secrets. Guides began to tell the story of Arif, the traveler who had uncovered the tunnel and shared its wonders with the world. The tunnel, once a myth, became a symbol of hope and determination for all who visited the fort. Visitors marveled at the beauty of Lalbagh Fort, but it was the mystery of the tunnel that truly captured their imagination. Every tourist who came to the fort left with a sense of awe, their hearts filled with the wonder of discovery. The tunnel became a must-see attraction, drawing people from every corner of the globe. Lalbagh Fort's reputation grew, and soon it was known not just for its historical significance, but for its hidden adventure. The city of Dhaka took pride in the fort, and the story of the tunnel was shared in schools, inspiring young minds. Children dreamed of becoming explorers like Arif, searching for hidden treasures and uncovering the world's mysteries. The tunnel of Lalbagh Fort became a symbol of adventure, a reminder that the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. As more and more people visited, the fort's magic seemed to grow, as if the walls themselves were alive with stories. Each new visitor added to the legend, their own experiences blending with the history of the fort. The tunnel, once a secret known only to a few, became a part of the fort's identity, a beacon of exploration. Arif's story was passed down through generations, becoming a part of the fort's rich tapestry of history. Tourists would often say, if you visit Lalbagh Fort, don't just admire the beauty, look for the adventure hidden within. The fort became a place where history and mystery intertwined, offering something for every kind of traveler. Some came for the architecture, others for the gardens, but everyone left with a sense of wonder. Lalbagh Fort stood proudly in Dhaka, its walls echoing with the stories of the past and the adventures of the present. The tunnel remained, its entrance still hidden, waiting for the next brave soul to find it. And while many searched, it was said that only those with true courage and curiosity could ever find the way. The tunnel, like life, was full of twists and turns, but those who dared to explore were always rewarded. For Arif, the tunnel had been a life-changing experience, teaching him that the greatest rewards come from taking risks. He returned to the fort often, reliving his adventure and sharing his story with anyone who would listen. The tunnel had become more than just a legend, it was a testament to the power of the human spirit. Lalbagh Fort, with its rich history and hidden mysteries, became a symbol of hope and inspiration for all who visited. And the tunnel, though hidden, continued to call out to those with a sense of adventure, urging them to explore the unknown. For every traveler who came to the fort, the tunnel represented the excitement of discovery, the thrill of the unexpected. Arif's journey through the tunnel was not just about finding a hidden passage, it was about finding himself. He learned that true adventure lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Lalbagh Fort, with its ancient walls and hidden secrets, became a place where dreams were made and stories were born. The fort stood as a reminder that the past is never truly gone, it lives on in the hearts and minds of those who remember it. And the tunnel, ever elusive, continued to capture the imagination of all who came to Lalbagh Fort. It was said that the tunnel held more secrets, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to look. For those who found it, the tunnel was a journey into history, a glimpse into the unknown. The tunnel taught Arif and everyone who followed that life's greatest adventures are often hidden, waiting to be discovered. Lalbagh Fort became a place of pilgrimage for adventurers, historians, and dreamers alike. The fort's beauty was undeniable, but it was the mystery of the tunnel that kept people coming back. Every time Arif visited, he felt the same excitement, the same sense of wonder he had felt on that first day. The tunnel, like life, was full of surprises, and Arif knew that there were always new discoveries to be made. As the years passed, the legend of the tunnel grew, and Lalbagh Fort remained a symbol of adventure and exploration. Arif's journey became a part of the fort's story, inspiring countless others to seek out their own adventures. And though the tunnel's secrets were never fully revealed, its magic continued to draw people in. Lalbagh Fort, with its hidden tunnel, became a place where the past and the present collided in a beautiful dance. The tunnel, like the fort itself, was timeless, a reminder that some mysteries are worth pursuing. For Arif, the tunnel had been more than just a physical journey, it had been a journey of the soul. He learned that true adventure is not about where you go, but about how far you are willing to push yourself. The tunnel of Lalbagh Fort, hidden and mysterious, became a symbol of that spirit of adventure. Tourists who came to the fort left with more than just memories, they left with a sense of wonder. The tunnel continued to call out, its secrets still waiting to be uncovered by the next brave traveler. Lalbagh Fort, with its rich history and beautiful architecture, stood as a testament to the power of curiosity. Arif's journey through the tunnel became a legend, inspiring people from all walks of life to seek out their own adventures. The tunnel of Lalbagh Fort, mysterious and enchanting, remained a symbol of hope, discovery, and courage. And for those who dared to look, the tunnel promised a journey they would never forget. Lalbagh Fort, with its hidden tunnel, became not just a monument, but a place where dreams came true and mysteries were born.